We are
Yeah.
live. What's up, everybody? Here I am with Joy, and I am Coach Mike DeBover. So, Joy, how do you pronounce your last name? Levi, Livy,
Levy.
Le-
Levy.
Levy,
Levy.
Levy. All right,
Levy.
Levy. And Joy, you're a good friend of mine now. We've become friend over the time, right? Over the years and the months and the weeks that are intense with COVID. You are one of my athletes, right? And you are a member of CrossFit YUL as well, where you are working on your fitness. You're a mom of two, a wife of
Yep.
one, obviously, wife of Brad. And you are now at home in your basement because you have a beautiful home gym.
Yes, I am.
I see a lot of equipment there behind.
Would you like a view?
Well, well,
Oh.
well. Here's what we have. So you have sayings on the wall. This is all in your basement.
Yes, it is. And I have in my garage also a CrossFit gym.
Okay.
Can I turn this around? No.
I am not
No.
sure, but it's okay. Don't worry. We trust you. Where could we find you? Where could we find you? On your social media? You've got Instagram.
Yeah, I got Instagram and Enjoy Fitness MTL underscore MTL and also on
Okay.
Facebook as in Enjoy Fitness.
Enjoy Fitness. It's great because it's a catchy name. It's awesome. So, and you're aspiring to better yourself as a private trainer because this is what you do. Um, you private train people, and where are you located in the West Island of Montreal? I guess.
West Island.
Great.
West
So
Island.
for those who are not from Montreal, Montreal is an island, and you have a west side and east side of downtown, right? And
Yep.
so you are in the west side, which is a bit more anglophone, right?
Yep.
So what have you been doing to improve your skills of a private trainer? What have you been? What are the things that you've started to do?
What I started to do is the first thing is to educate myself to become a
Hmm.
better trainer so I can better serve my clients.
Hmm.
I actually hired an amazing mentor to make me a better coach,
Okay,
Mike.
thank you.
But I need to prove to my clients that,
Hmm.
they need to see if they like what they see in me, I can show it to them.
Hmm.
So better eating, better training. Um,
Better lifestyle overall, right?
exactly, exactly.
So, a question for you: why do you want to do that so bad? Like, what's going on? Like,
Be,
why is this your passion?
why is it my passion? Because, well, before it became my passion, I used to be a daycare worker. I had my
Okay.
degree in early childhood, and I was always a stay-home mom and working at a daycare. And then
Okay.
when I used to work part-time, I used to go to the gym in the morning at Monster Gym, and
Hmm.
then I would go to work. But slowly became my passion because I hired myself a trainer at the time, and I liked the way I looked, and it felt good,
Yeah,
right? So I
absolutely.
want throughout the years, I said, wow, this is amazing. This is something I'm actually good at. So my goal is to get moms to get in better shape. I want to share my knowledge. I want to share my passion to other people.
Yes. So yeah, you've realized, if I can summarize this, you've realized that um, with two kids, you were passionate with fitness, but you wanted to be back in the shape you were before having kids, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
you found out that through fitness and with hiring a coach at Monster Gym, which is a big box gym in the West Island, very well known in Montreal, where you had good results with this, and
Hmm.
you thought that why not doing this for other people myself? And so like this, I think this is
Also,
where it started, right? You walked in
yeah,
YUL, and then you realized that you could do it.
exactly. You don't let your mind tell you what you cannot do. You have
Hmm.
to try it first.
Did you have any doubts when you first started,
CrossFit
or
or
private
or
training?
training?
Both.
Private training, no,
Hmm.
no. But CrossFit was interesting.
Okay.
It's I was always afraid of hurting myself,
Well.
but with the right coach and the right guidance and showing us the
Hmm.
proper technique, I saw the results coming.
Yeah.
So honestly, through I'm gonna say through COVID, I fell in love with CrossFit
Yes.
because
Yes. Well, we were lucky
it
enough to just work together, right? So,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
But I got you to read the level one, right?
Yep.
And you downloaded and printed that level one manual, which is
Mm-hmm.
level one is the book. It's the booklet that you read to prepare yourself to go over the level one seminar and exam of CrossFit to become a CrossFit trainer eventually, right?
Yeah.
And was that helpful?
Yeah, it is helpful, but as a personal trainer, there's also like it's like a reminder of what I know, already. But I'm sure
Hmm.
the further I go, the more things I'm gonna learn.
Of course, like you can't stop learning, right? Now,
No,
should you learn everything and have the best knowledge ever before you start? I don't think so either. I think you should start, and along the way, you just keep learning to just better change the people's life around you. How do you promote yourself?
I promote myself through Instagram or Facebook. Um, by showing good nutrition, showing good. I always send positive posts because just to bring people up.
Exactly. You know, I'm a big believer into the positive mindset, and
Exactly.
you have to train your mind to be positive. Like you really do have to do this. It's not something that falls on your plate, or that you wake up in one morning and you're happy and you're positive. No, you have to make the decision, that we are happy. Just like we can resist cold when you go outside, and control your body in the cold. Well, you can control your body into negativity and change it to positivity. You know.
Yeah.
Um, so the reason we were doing this Zoom call is because you were mentioning that you have a bit of a lack of confidence in front of a camera or talking to a microphone. Is that right?
That's correct.
Um, so how come you have that? Like, what's going on? Because I think that when you're with a client, right? When you're
I'm
with a
fine.
client, you're absolutely fine. As soon as there's a
Yeah.
camera out or a microphone, um,
I
you're
just freeze. I
you're
freeze.
free.
Like I
Okay.
freeze. It's like doing an exam. The same thing in school.
Okay.
When I used to do an exam, my mind just like freezes, and then you
Yeah.
forget what to say.
What's the main reason why? Do you know?
Well, as you said, lack of confidence,
Hmm.
and
But
to
what
be
what
honest,
was?
there's this one thing that bothers me. I know there's always a better trainer than I am. I'm gonna be honest. Like
Of
I just
course.
started in this field. I'm not like you, like 20 years experience. Like this is new for me. So if I'm showing something, or if I talk about something, I
Hmm.
always fear they're gonna talk bad about me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
So I
like
was
the
gonna
other
say
day,
that.
the other day you saw my kettlebell swing video I did, right, on Facebook
Yes,
and Instagram.
absolutely. I did.
I wrote a positive thing, and then an old friend of mine wrote from high school wrote to me. He asked me, "So besides core and legs, does this work your shoulders?" I said, "Of course, it works your full body. It's a great exercise for your back." But then there's always someone there, like who's better than me, who's gonna badmouth me about that.
Yeah.
So that's my fear.
Okay. So legit. It's legit fear. It's absolutely normal. It's absolutely normal. And I'm going to tell you something that I found out myself. You can't stop that. You really can't. So, what right now your mind is trying to do is control something that is not controllable. All right. So, us adults, right, we start realizing this. So, when you're starting something new, just like you're starting as a personal trainer. When I say starting, it's been how long have you been a personal trainer for?
4 years.
4 years. So you're still
Yeah.
in that baby phase, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you're in that.
But I don't know if that counts. I'm 10 years in the fitness industry.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. It's the yeah. You know your thing. Like you've done it. Like
Yeah.
you're we're about the same age, and
Yeah.
I won't tell. You can't
I'll
see my
soon
gray
be older than you.
hair. But so you've got that experience as a client and as a person passionate by fitness. You've done pretty high level fitness shows and stuff, like aesthetics and stuff, like right? Is that
It was intense. I competed a bikini. I'm not gonna say bodybuilding because that's not me. It
yeah?
was more
Bikini competitions. It's a
bikini.
sport.
I've done two because as I told you when I first started the gym industry, I was with
Hmm.
Jeanette, the coach, and she's known for that. And I was with
Yeah.
her for 4 years, and that's all she did. So I'm the type of person that I like to be challenged. If I'm not
Yeah.
challenged, I get bored.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I go to
it's a sport what you did, right?
yeah,
It is a
yeah,
sport, so it was extremely specific what you did, and so your coach was very specific.
yeah.
And I mean, just looking at the pictures and your physique, it's just incredible. Like seriously, like it's like whoa. I don't even know if I could do that, right? I probably could, but
Mm.
I mean, wow, what
Mike,
a discipline.
you're stage ready. Trust me.
Well. We'll see. Now I'm working on my tan. So if we come back to the fear of that camera, or the fear of what others may say, you're 4 years into your new profession, or that is now linking your passion with making a living out of it, which is fantastic. This is what life is
Mhm.
about. Um, because you should not work in a field where you don't like it.
No,
There's no Mondays for us. Every day is a
no.
Friday. Every day is a Friday. It is very important. You can't control what people are going to say, and the more you're going to grow, the more you're going to post, and the more you're going to talk, and the more you're going to expose yourself, the more people are going to say something about it, and the more they're going to say something potentially negative or maybe in critique. So every single thing that happens to you has a positive side and a negative side,
Hmm.
right? We tend, because of uncertainty, doubts, and lack of confidence sometimes, which I do have as well, we tend to focus on what's the negative, and that hits, like it really is like what the hell, you know, and it's not fun and it's really not cool. But once you know that this little negative thing has its exact opposite in positive, well, you can use that as a strength. Like if we come back to your video, um, I used to be that trainer where, I would see videos and then, comment on them, say, hey, maybe do this or maybe do that, or this wasn't good, or what is this? And thinking that I would expose myself saying, hey, I'm trying to help the person. And it looked negative. It didn't look good, where I was trying to coach someone online. So that
Exactly.
didn't, so I stopped. I stopped doing this, and I looked at the video and I said, well, this was interesting. This is great. This is, I see that, for example, there's a bad position in a deadlift or a Russian kettlebell swing. But I would keep it for myself and say, hey, if I ever show this movement, well, I'll show it differently. I'll from another angle, or I'll talk differently. I'll say, hey, I'm not perfect, but here's what I would improve, what I would do, and blah, blah, blah. So here, if we go back to your Russian kettlebell swing, your friend telling you, hey, what does that do? And you're answering with what you know. Yeah, of course, there's always going to be a coach out there who's going to be able to say, oh, like a more accurate information. But
Well, that specific coach, which I'm friends with now, I'm not going to mention names. He
yeah,
actually private messaged me and said, "Joy, just constructive criticism." He was using big words,
yeah,
but I said the exact same thing, but in my own words. So like, I'm never going to be able to talk like him because he's that type of coach, right? He's using all these fancy words, but I use quads, I use ab, I use core, I use your back, I use it. But she was using fancy words, and I'm like,
Mhm.
listen, I'm not like that. And they're like, oh, but this trainer, he was probably rolling his eyes, you know. And I'm like, I don't give a, I don't care.
Yeah, you don't give a eat. Yeah, well, Joy, you're this was great. This is great. When you read this, you take the criticism, you keep it for yourself,
Yeah,
and and even if it's public, if people comment on public, if there's no insult and if there's no if people are not inciting into violence or whatever, leave these comments there, right? Leave them there because they get to talk about you. When this guy likes your picture or doesn't even like it, but just comments and DMs you, well, like you've made it. Like he's seen it. Like now he hasn't seen another trainer's video. He has seen yours, and he thinks it's a good thing to send you. Hey, listen, do this, do that. So this guy is now this person is unconsciously or consciously afraid of you because he's like, dude, I have to remind her that I know more because otherwise I'm going to start losing clients. So your video was made for yourself. So you're
yep.
accountable. You're accountable because you're posting your workouts and what you're doing through a program that I actually work with you, which is fantastic. You're doing great. Um, Lots of practice, and I know that the next step is a lot of conditioning. um, so you're posting this for accountability, but you're also posting this to inspire other people. And so
Hmm.
remember this, and always remember, who do you post this for? And there's a person that is struggling somewhere who might see your post and will not be offended by it, right? And will be actually super happy. Only focus on these people. Only focus on those that you are trying to help. And when you're posting and when you're writing or when you're talking to the video, always think about these people. Like I started, and it's not easy. I'll share something with you. There's an app called Anchor, and Anchor shares with Spotify. And so you grab your phone, you just start it, and you talk about a subject, and then you post it, and it's like a podcast that people can listen to, right? And so I use some subjects, and I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to develop this? Because sometimes I'm like, oh shoot, what did I just say? This doesn't work. So I think about the person in front of me that I am addressing to, right? And for the last one, working out at home, I thought of Barbara. Barbara
Yeah,
is a friend of
I
ours.
remember her. Yeah,
So she works out at home, and she only has like a box and a pair of dumbbells.
yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, how am I going to talk about working out at home? Well, I'm going to start thinking that I have Barbara in front of me, right? Thinking about Joy doesn't mean anything because you have a full gym. So not most people have that. You're a
I
trainer.
know.
You have a fantastic gym. But Barbara has a living room, a box, a yoga mat, and a pair of dumbbells, and that's it. So I thought of her, and I didn't think about other professionals or any other athlete. I thought of Barbara. Why? Because that's my audience. I'm trying to get Barbara to be a better person through fitness. And so when you're posting about the Russian swings or any other movement that you think would be beneficial for other people to inspire them or push them to start working out or contact you, who cares about what you don't know, right? If you want to describe the movement, you're smart enough to make the research and say, well, this works this works that, this works this, and you use words that people actually understand. Imagine
Exactly.
that. I don't know what that trainer wrote to you, but imagine those words that he used to one of your clients. Would they understand? Oh, man.
No, it's Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. Should you use your thigh or the quadriceps? Should you use the back of your leg or the hamstrings? I mean, if you use hamstrings, you could do that, but put in bracket, it's the back of your leg because my mom hamstrings, she might have forgotten what they are. And so,
Yeah.
like, it's like, oh, your glutes. No, it's your butt.
I was just gonna say
That's
that.
what but that's what it is. And we got to be careful with what we're using as terms. I mean, unless you're trying to form a coach, well, yeah, okay, well, maybe, if you're addressing to a coach, I'm like, hey, when I talk to you or when you talk to me, quadriceps, well, we know where the quadricep is. We know what it
Mhm.
does, but the client, does he really need to know this? Like, not really. Does he
No.
need to does he need to feel it is thighs contracting? Sure. You know what I mean? So all this to come back to your confidence level, you grab every single negative part and pieces, turn it into a positive where someone saw it. Someone saw my video. It's pretty cool. Like, it's not about the likes and it's not about the comments. It's about, will people see it? Yeah, it's social media. And social media is very little positive.
Yeah.
It's only positive because you say so, right?
Yeah.
So what's your next post about?
Well, I made myself a schedule. So usually Wednesdays I do food, like healthy
Hmm.
eating post. Um,
What about all the nutritionists that are going to see your post?
I haven't got any comments.
There we
So
go.
I,
Do you know
I
why?
got
Do you know
why?
why? Because nutritionists have less of an ego than fitness people.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fitness people, when you work in the fitness field, you need to really control your ego, right? It's very easy to be caught up with, oh, I know everything. And when I stand in front of a mirror, I look better than anybody else. Okay, well, wait. It's not about us. It's about our clients. Nutritionists, they don't care. What they care about is results.
Yep.
Well, the great fitness professionals and CrossFit trainers and people working in the health field through movement, the good ones, they actually get results with their clients. You
Yep.
know, so what you're doing is fantastic. It's fantastic. So your next post is going to be about nutrition.
Nutrition?
That's what you're doing on your next
No.
post.
Well, tomorrow's Friday. I usually just post like a motivation Friday post,
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. And
and
so, how? What is
Monday.
the? Go
Sorry, go
ahead. Go
ahead.
ahead. No, no, go.
Usually, I like to post Mondays because we hate to skip Mondays, right?
Hmm.
So,
Sure.
but lately it's been hard to film videos by myself, and it's been challenging lately because, like, we can't have anyone in the house, right? So,
Okay.
and my husband does work from home, but like when he's working, he's not here.
Okay.
You know what
So
I mean?
what would be your next fitness video? Like you were mentioning the Russian kettlebell swing,
Yeah.
right? So what would be the next fitness video? What would it be? What would you
I
like to
think
do?
I've been filming a lot in my CrossFit gym lately because
Mm-hmm.
I really like training in there, but I feel like I'm neglecting this gym.
Okay.
So
What
maybe I'll
makes a
just do.
CrossFit gym? What makes a CrossFit gym versus the gym that you're in? Because what I'm looking at seems to be a CrossFit gym as well,
Well,
What
yeah, like
defines a CrossFit gym?
CrossFit is functional training. So functional training is working every single muscle in your body. So yes, this is a functional training CrossFit gym, but okay, I'll
You,
call it my garage gym.
okay. Yeah, you've got two locations in your house, which is fantastic. But what you mean is that because you have a pulley system, you have more tools where you are right now, where you can actually be you can also work on isolations. Is that right? It
Yes.
is? Okay, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Can I suggest a movement that
Sure.
you could film yourself and eventually talk through, or not, or just describe in the caption of your next Instagram post? I would
Hmm.
say that we could do an air squat. What do you think about the air squat?
Air squats are great.
Yeah,
They're actually, I love squatting.
the best description that I would advise is you go freestyle, right? What makes you a perfect coach and a great trainer is that your knowledge meets your personality, right? So I'm not going to tell you what to post, but if you go
Hmm.
back in the manual, the level 1 manual, and you read again
Yeah.
about the air squat, It's going to freshen up your mind, and you'll be able to create a caption that will be inspiring to your top 5 clients, right? And
Yeah.
and the top 5 clients are the ones that are the most loyal to you and the ones that you care the most. So think about these people. Don't name them, but
Okay.
think about them. And when you're describing the air squat from what you just read in the manual and from what you know and your experience, you'll be able to write that caption and make something strong and go ahead and do not care about any other trainer commenting on it. And if they do comment on it, and if they do send you a DM, it's perfect. It's because it means that even them, they have seen your post, right? There's no good or
Yeah.
bad marketing. As long as we talk about you, it's a good thing. You know what I
Hopefully
mean?
good things.
Yeah. Like, I mean, hey, I would do 2 things. I would do a nice video of you squatting or picture. I would describe that picture and or video, and then I could do a. If I were you, I would do a post saying of you talking why it is important to squat in your eyes, right? And why not? This would be great. I mean, to actually address your clients. And as your trainer, I am fully confident that you're able to describe the squat to your clients way better than anybody else. You still there?
I'm here.
Ah,
You
there
see
we
me?
go.
Hello?
Perfect. Yeah, I was losing the sound. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's where the confidence is. So it's the lack of confidence is actually there because you're looking at what others are thinking. But avoid this. Or when you think about that, just say, what would Mike say? And I would be positive. I'd be like, yo, this is great. This is what you need to be doing. Guess what? I'm going to share something with you. Yesterday, Marine and I here in Guadeloupe, we are the island is completely closed. So tourists can't come. So COVID is very controlled. We're very, very fortunate to be here during these hard times. I realize the chance that we have. So we went to that small restaurant, very small, with the measures that are super strict to just get to the table and sit down. Once you're sitting down, you can remove your mask and you're just the 2 of us. Like we were just the 2 of us. We took this picture and I think the picture was really beautiful. So I posted it, right?
Cute.
Yeah, it was great. And I'm proud of, of Marine, and I'm proud of what she's starting. And we have a project that you may have an idea what it is. It's going to be more and more. I will talk more about it as it comes. But I posted this picture, right?
You're always full of surprises. Yeah.
Well, our life is not public. It's still private. But sometimes it's good to just share stuff that we are proud of. And so there
Of
we
course.
we're really, really happy. And so you'll see because you'll be happy as well as soon as you know. So it's a good thing. It's a big step for both of us. So, but then after that, I was working out. Here we have a home gym, not as full as yours, but we have a rig. We have barbells, we have medicine balls, kettlebells, dumbbells, box, and all that. And I did this workout called Chelsea, and Chelsea is 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats on the same minute for 30 minutes, and you do repeat that every single minute. Yeah, and because the rig is not fixed very well on the floor, I had to do the strict pull-ups. I ripped my hands here, my thumb is a little bit, but it's okay, right? And I was pushing with the right playlist. I was really going at it. It was very warm, like about 30 degrees outside, and it's like not in the sun, but I'm like, wow, sweating. You can only imagine. And I really had to focus to stay on that minute for 30 long minutes. At the end, I was very proud of myself. So I'm like, whoa, this will probably motivate all the guys I train with, like the Enzos, the Rios, and the Simone, the Zoes, the Stefans, the Martins, all the people that are, train with me also. And I'm like, okay, and you yourself might be motivating for you. And so I was like, okay, I'll snap a picture. And so I said I could have snapped 1,000 pictures until I got the right one. I snapped a few, not just one, just a few, like 6 or 7 pictures from the lighting, and I picked one, just the first one. I asked my wife, "What do you think of this? Is this a proper
Your
picture?"
wife.
Yeah, well, future wife, and so she, and I posted about it just to say, "Hey, here's my workout." Why did I post right away again? Simply because I'm like, people are scrolling, people are looking, and if I think about the haters, the haters, they're gonna say,
Hmm.
"Well, look at him. He's like, again, another picture shirtless, again, another picture in the sun, like we're, blah 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 blah." Okay, well, poor miserable people, poor miserable people. If this affects your life, then I can't do anything for you. But if one person sees the post and says, "Today I did my workout, Chelsea, and I did some core work," and say, "Yo, I gotta get going," then I win. And this is exactly what happened. A few people wrote to me and said, "Hey, thank you, man. Like you really are pushing me to work out on the daily base. Like if I'm here, I'm not going to stop working out. If I'm in Canada, I'm not going to stop working out. Wherever I am, I'm working out for myself. And if as a trainer, I can inspire someone, and I know there are haters. I know somebody went on that picture yesterday and zoomed in saying, look at his face. For sure. For sure, someone did. Good. That person, I was in their head. I was in their head. And they probably had a negative thought. So imagine this, when you have a negative thought about something or somebody, that somebody doesn't, it's not affecting them, but it affects you. The negative thought is within you. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You know what I mean? So what you need to think about is like, shit. I'm like this feeling of jealousy, this feeling of uh look at his post or her post, or oh, this girl shows her butt all the time, blah blah blah. Really?
We know
Okay.
who.
Well, sure, there's many people that do that, and fitness world or CrossFit world, or they do it. What's positive about this? Well, they look great, and I want to be motivated like them. Should I do what they're doing? No. Am I going to show, my butt or anything else, or am I going to do stuff um, that I'm not agreeing to? No. But could I be inspired, like one way or another? Sure. How do they do to reach people? That I'm going to use, you know, and I only think like that, like I have a good friend, him, Thomas.
Yeah.
And you can only tell that Thomas is extremely motivated. That
Yeah.
Thomas works really, really, really hard, and Thomas is really good at what he's doing and improving his fitness. Well, I am
I give
sure that
I
if
give him a lot of credit
yeah,
because it's
exactly.
very hard. It's very hard to, like, as much as I have a full gym here. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm having a better week. Like, I'm having my better days, but I remember that, like, when you left, it was
Hmm.
just so hard to get in
Work out.
there. But once I'm in there and I start, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
it's just going.
yeah, like what
You know?
listen to my last podcast on Anchor.
Hmm.
I'm talking about the reason why we work out. But all this to say that my last post could have probably triggered a lot of haters. Probably did. Oh, here's another post. But Thomas was very inspired, and many other people were, like, shit, he's working out. You know, um, so talking about the self confidence, always think about the people you're trying to reach and not those who are going to be seeing it and saying something, because everybody has something to say on social media, and who
Yeah.
cares? And if always answer with kindness.
Oh,
They go into the comments and say, yo, Joy, maybe do this next time, and you just say, hey, wow, thank you, I didn't see it this way. you know you're going to throw them off. You're going to throw them off. So
Yeah.
it's a baby step. You have to train yourself, right? It's easy for me to tell you to do this, but you have to train yourself. Like, it's like breathe and think about an answer that you would love your daughter to say, right? You don't want your daughter to be not polite. You don't want your daughter not to be grateful, to improve.
Being a positive role model is a big thing in my house.
Absolutely.
Because, yeah.
So one thing you need to not do is restrain from posting or talking or train yourself to talk to a camera because others may say something. If you listen to my first videos or whatever, I'm super shy. And right now I'm still very shy. And sometimes I'm like, man, what did I just say? But at the end of the day, I really, 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 really don't care about what people are going to say. I really think about those who are going to be inspired and what I could do to better other people's life. And you're perfect to do this. Even when me and Marine saw your video of Russian kettlebell swings, where we were super impressed. We were like, okay, well, you're working out, and not only the frame where you're in, your house is just awesome. Your gym is just fantastic, but you're working out and you're posting it. I mean, hey, not everybody could do that. Not everybody could do that. And don't stop. Because if you stop,
No.
that one or two people that you're inspiring even more, like with these people, how are they going to do? You can't give up on them.
No. I won't. I promise I won't.
Oh, I know you won't.
It's become my passion to train people, and it feels good when they reach their goal. Like, wow, we did this together. It's not only me. When you work with your client, you work as a team, right? It's not a one. It's two-way. They got to do their part at home, and we got to do it here. Otherwise, it won't work. But
well, here's homework for you.
yeah.
Minimum one post a day. You could do 3, 4, 5 if you want. There's no such thing as too many posts because the algorithm on social media just goes and goes and goes. So you're not doing too many posts. And those who are bored of you because of posting, they will unfollow you regardless. So it's fine. You don't post for them, you post for yourself. And every post you do, you just have to do it with a meaning that you are trying to give to your clients. So what is the message you're trying to say? And if there's something you have to say or show it. Don't even restrain. Don't wait Monday morning, 8 a.m. Don't wait the Friday lunchtime. Post whenever you want to post. I actually don't care. I post and then I don't look at it.
Yeah, you post whenever.
Yeah, I don't care. I just post and then that's it. Those who really want to follow me, they will follow me and they will look at it. Those who want to unfollow me, okay, unfollow me. Who cares? I mean, hey, I can't force someone to follow me. Like if you don't think I can bring you something positive in your life, I would sure hope you don't follow me. I mean, hey, like I unfollow those who are not bringing me anything, like those who are having a negative impact. Well, I'm not going to follow you. I'll support my friends and I'll follow those who are inspiring me. And that's it. It's a good thing. Now, Joy, question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Did you sign up for the Open?
Yes, I did.
Great. There we go. We have a connection back. So you did sign up for the Open. Why did you sign up for the Open? What's your reason?
Because I like to be challenged and I'm very competitive. Thing is, it would be nice to have it in your gym, but I know it's not possible. So it's going to be a different year this year.
But what motivates you this year? What motivates you? What's the reason? Because
to train harder. Okay.
So it's a motivator to push you.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the option with the equipment or the body weight option?
What do you think?
Hmm. Well, the body weight option is not a scaled option, right? It's an actual very tough one.
I
So
have
I don't know what
equipment. I
you
have to
do
use
have.
the equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so like it's going to be a challenge, right? And so, what are you expecting from the Open?
I have no idea. I don't know because I don't even know how it's gonna work. Like I have to film myself and send it to them, or do I have to have someone count for me? I don't know what to expect. I'm being honest.
Well, there's the rule book. So I invite you that you go check out the rule book from CrossFit because everything is in there
Okay.
about the filming and how you can be judged and like
Where do
counter
I find it?
on CrossFitGames.com. On
Okay.
CrossFitGames.com. It's games.crossfit.com, and you can find it there. And if you can't find it, just send me a message and I'll look it up for you. But
Okay.
now, what are you looking at? What are you looking to reach through the Open for yourself?
Um, I'm looking to beat my score because I'm very competitive and I like to push myself harder. Like I'm turning 40. Yes, I said my number. So, like I'm 40, a mom of two, and I just want to prove to the other moms out there that
Hmm.
age is just a number. You can do anything you want, you put your mind into it.
Now, what movements do you not want to see?
Anything above my shoulders, like the
So, like
I'm gonna
snatch, overhead squats.
push jerk. Actually, no, that's not bad. But overhead squat is my worst enemy.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Okay.
It is. Like
No, don't be sorry. How about
it's
7 minutes of burpees? Would you like that?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. So that was one of
because
the
it's not hard. I mean, it's hard, but it's not hard. You know what I mean? You just gotta learn how to breathe through it. That's what we have to practice.
that's true. So who are you competing against anybody? Are you
No, just
challenging a friend?
myself,
Yourself? Good.
myself.
All right. So that's amazing. So you signed up for the Open to have a motivator to work out harder and to be accountable to something, which is the Open.
Yeah,
You're gonna choose the equipment option because you do have equipment at home, and you're doing it to improve yourself and see and face your weaknesses, right? That's a good thing.
exactly.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Um, it's in a bit. It's in less than a month. Less than a
I
month.
know. Wait, is it on the fifth? When is it? March 15th?
March 11th.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Yeah, it'll be a good Open. It's going to be a fun one, and I think this is because it's special this year because of COVID. We don't want to miss it. Like it's going to be a challenge. I'm eager to see what Dave Castro is going to do, and it's exciting. It's exciting. It gives us a mission. Joy, did this
yeah.
chat help you?
Yes, it did.
What
It
is
did.
your homework after this chat, this video?
To do a one video per day.
Perfect. And
And I promised myself after New Year's I was gonna do one talking video a week, but I did one, which wasn't bad. It took me a few takes to do, but then
of course,
I just stopped.
some of the best actors, they don't do takes in one shot.
I know.
They it takes several takes. And they repeat and repeat and repeat songs. Singers, it's the same thing. So all you need to do is start
Yeah,
and think about what your daughter, what your son, what your friends, what your family, what your clients are going to think about when you're posting, right? And that is
mm,
what's the most important. And that is why all the posts you've done until now are perfect because you're inspiring people. And if you trigger somebody, it's okay. Let them. It's absolutely okay. To me, like we're friends as well. It doesn't change anything. And if you know what, if you make a mistake because you tempted something, it's okay. The biggest mistake is not to attempt anything. So if you don't do something because you're afraid, that is the mistake. If you do it and you miss, that's fine. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah.
Your first post, second post, oh, a bit better. Third post, how about 1,000 posts? When you get to 1,000 posts, how do you
That's where the
think?
confidence.
Yeah, how perfect do you think this post is going to be? Oh, well, it's going to be perfect. My first pictures on Instagram were regular pictures. And then one day I heard, hey, how about professional pictures? I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to start looking at the quality. And then, oh, how about you talk about this or talk about that, blah, blah, blah. And I bettered myself through that. Well, now is social media my main focus? Absolutely not. So, what is your biggest message? Define it, describe it, and social media is a tool to just show it to the world. And that's it. I recommend that you go on Anchor. You know, Anchor is free. It's ANCHOR. You create
Mm-hmm.
your account, and whenever you want to say something, you can just record your voice talking about advice, anything. And you know, I only have 4 so far on it because I find it very tough to speak and find, you know, proper information to provide. And you know, it's not easy, but it teaches me a lot, and I think it's a good thing that you maybe start like that as well, or a video on YouTube. Who cares? People are not going to be laughing at night. If you want to be having fun, you just type fails on YouTube. You don't type you don't type trainers that don't know what they're talking about. Like that nobody does that. So you're okay. You're absolutely
Thanks.
okay. Read your manual
Mm-hmm. About
again
the squats.
about the squat, for example. If you prefer another movement, go ahead. But I think the squat is essential for everybody.
It
Um,
is.
Read about it and then explain it with your words into a caption, into a video, into whatever, and transmit that to all your clients and all your friends and family that you think need to be squatting, which is everyone.
Thank you so much, Mike.
You're very welcome. I'm going to stop the recording, but don't leave yet.
Okay.
So see you next time,
Bye,
people.
guys.